Hello, Steve Harmon here at Oakland Cemetery in Hampton, Virginia. First, I'd like to thank the Air Force Sergeant Association, Chapter 358, Raptor Chapter, Langley Air Force Base in Virginia. What I'm trying to do is go over some of these videos here, or excuse me, pictures, and try to explain what was going on here. Right, first, this is Marquita Latte. She's upset about the conditions of her family plot left in Oakland Cemetery on Pembroke Avenue in Hampton. Now many of you people may know her. She's been doing this for years. She's been willing to help anybody that needs any help out there, and been very instrumental in help taking care of this cemetery. All right. The owner was cited for violations. Owner has faced charges. Now, I'm not going to go over these, but over the years, my sequence of these events may be out compared to what you see. I just acquired these pictures and I'm trying to post them. But the owners have faced charges before. This is a letter here, a letter of thanks and appreciation for no longer an eyesore. And you'll see as the video goes along, the family of the late Glenn Allen Childress and citizens of Hampton would like to send out a public, heartfelt thanks. Thank you to the Air Force Sergeant Association, Sergeant Steve Stibley, and associate organizers, and many of the volunteers for the cleanup and ongoing care of Oakland Cemetery in Hampton, Virginia. All right. I believe this is a pre-job brief by Sergeant Stibley, and you can see there's a lot of people here. And it looks like to me you got the Coast Guard, the Air Force, many other volunteers here. Here's another picture of the same pre-job brief. And I believe, I'm not sure, but I think this is Kenny Tree Service. You'll see as we go along the big problems that they had here. He really put out some good work, good volunteer work. This is section 1 and partially of section 3, but I want you to see how the grass is really growing very high. Here's another section of section 1. Another picture of section 1. I'm going to tell you, man, this grass is up there. This is section 1. We're into section 2 now. Excuse me, no, it's still section 1. Some of these pictures I may have out of sequence, but what I'm trying to do is go, say, start at section 1 and go through. But man, you can see, look at this. Wow. Here's the volunteers. They're in section 1, and you can see they're doing a really good job here. Here's a nice picture here of some of the volunteers taking a little break for a nice little picture. Right, we're over on the other side of the cemetery. This is partially section 2. This is the other side of the picture that you just saw. This is the roadway coming in, or the driveway coming into the cemetery. You can see all over here, what was done. A lot done here. What in the world is going on? All right, this is section 2. You can see here, they're getting it down little by little. This lady here, buddy, she's doing some cutting too. I can only imagine how many blades that they had to replace, and maybe how many lawnmowers you turned up, because a lot of these stones here, I mean, you can see these upright ones, but what you can't see are the I call them foot markers, headstone markers, and then you got boundary uh, around people's plots. You got these square pieces of granite or marble sticking out of the ground, and you can't see them. Right here, going up. This is section 1 over here, and this is section 2. So they're making headway. All right, this is section 2. If you were standing in the driveway coming in to your left, that's what you're looking at. Man, all right, that's same uh, view. If you're looking at the driveway, looking in, and I think you'll see over here. There's Kenny's Tree Service, and pull his truck up. It's hard to see the name, but he had a couple trucks in there, some people. Right now, section 3 and section 1 kind of merged together, but there's this is section 3 in the corner over here, and you can see. Look at this. Now, I've worked over in this area myself, and all this area here is a wetland protected area. What I've been trying to do is keep at least about 3 foot on the other side of these stones. That way you'll have some cleaning room. If you can maintain it 3 foot, it's pretty good, because this stuff just grows all over. But I'm going to show you another picture here, and it probably should have been before this one. There you go. See how overgrowth it was? How much they've cleaned out? I'm telling you. This is the front of section 3. What we looked at was way back in this corner here. This is the first teardrop. So when you come in the main gate there, coming down the driveway, you hit this area right here. This is the first teardrop. We got that well under control. Boy. This is section 4. Man, look how thick that grass is. There's the teardrop. There's section 3. Man, I'm gonna tell you, this got to be rough. All right, I believe this is section 4. I think I might have one of these out of sequence, but yeah, this is section 4. This is in the back of it. There's another section. This is section 1, so this is the one I got messed up. But this is section 1 here. This here is section 4. You know, you can't even see. I mean, I myself, when I started down here, this is my 5th year, and grass was nothing like this. The cemetery was in really nice shape. Everything was cut, weed eated. I started in the wintertime, but I learned hard, even with the grass at a decent level, that these footstones and different markers that come out of the ground. At first couple of years, I was just tearing up the lawnmower. Like, this is kind of the back side of section 4, and then section 6. These are the apartments. So I say that was pretty high. All right, what you're about to see now is in section 5, a large oak tree fell down. And from what I understand, when the oak tree fell down, the roots and stuff just dug up some of the graves, and they're seeking assistance of an unmarked tomb. And there you go, people assessing the damage over here. You can see where they've already started cutting this tree. This is a good sized tree. Look at this guy. It's Tim Ballou. He's been volunteering here most of his life, I believe, and he's coming out of there with a chainsaw in his hand. Good job, Tim. There's another picture of it being cut up. That's a good sized tree there, boy. That thing really did some damage from what I understand. There's a couple guys there digging up, trying to reset some stones and get the tree stumps out of the ground. This is number two teardrop. Uh, this is right across from where that tree was, but look how high that grass is. And there's another volunteer back here, weed eating. You can see, boy, this is some high stuff here. And here's some volunteers here placing American flags on these veteran stones that haven't been reset. There's a couple more volunteers standing at the main gate, taking a little break for a picture. Thank you. There's a couple more volunteers chilling out a little bit. This is the old storage shed they had, or tool shed. This is back here where that tree fell down. And you can see the veteran stones sitting here waiting to be uh, placed. Well, thank you for watching, and thank you for all you volunteers that came out here and did this. I would never be able to take care of this cemetery if y'all didn't leave it this way. That's why I'm trying to build on what you guys accomplish, and we're doing a pretty good job. Thank you very much.